My name is Leah. I'm a member of the Los Lancers 4-H Club in Harrison County, and today I'm here to teach you about working exhibits. Now you may be asking yourself, what exactly is a working exhibit? A working exhibit is most commonly described as a communication activity that involves teaching or sharing an idea. Now when you do a working exhibit, there's a specific set of rules that you need to follow. The first thing to keep in mind when picking a project is you gotta think about safety. Safety is vital when it comes to working exhibits. You don't want anyone to get hurt while doing your project. So you might want to avoid having objects at your table such as sharp objects like needles, and scissors, or hot glue guns. As safer alternatives, try cutting all your products at home before you bring them to the fair and use glue dots rather than hot glue. You're also going to be constricted by a time period. Now, normal members will have 30 minutes to do their projects at the table, and it's at the county fair. And at the state fair, you're going to have 45 minutes. Junior 4-H members will have 25 minutes. When you're doing a working exhibit and it involves food, sanitation is mandatory. Even if you are not directly handling the food, you have to wear plastic or latex gloves. It's preferred that you wear plastic gloves because there are latex allergies. And if you have long hair, and boys, that means you too, pull your hair back in a ponytail. Cleanliness goes in hand with sanitation. You want to keep your table clean and clear of all trash, as it's not going to look quite as appealing if you got junk everywhere. Partners are something you can consider as well. When you do a working exhibit, you can have 3 people doing a specific exhibit. I myself have had a partner for every year that I have done working exhibits, and I find it to be very useful as they help me provide insightful ideas and point out things that you're doing wrong. Now, when you're getting started with this exhibit is pretty easy. The first thing you need to do is pick a project. It's just got to be something fun and creative and easy to do. You can find project ideas anywhere. You can make them up yourself or you can find them online. The next thing you need to think about is creating posters. I've got an example of a poster right here, and it's from when I did a presentation, a working exhibit about water bottle holders. Here's an example right here. My partner and I, we took ribbon and we cut it into pieces, and we applied fabric tape with the plastic topping over the top still onto the sides of the ribbon. Then what kids would do is they would take this little rubber O-ring, put it in between, peel off the plastic topping, and stick the ribbon together like this. Now this project is useful because what you do is you take it and you fit the O-ring over the top of any water or soda bottle, and you can wear it around your neck as a more convenient way to carry things. We made this poster here as more of an example than anything because this is an example of what you don't want to do when you're doing a working exhibit. It does have easy to read lettering, and it does stick to the traditional white and green 4-H colors, but you want to step a little bit outside of the box. Be fun and be creative. You want to use bright colors to draw people in, but you do want to keep bold letters like this so people can read from a distance away and know what you're doing at your table. Another good thing that this has is it does have visual representation, but it doesn't include the final process, so you don't know what it's supposed to look like when you're done. Now, here on the back is what a poster should look like. It's bright and colorful and really catches your eye because, it uses neon yellow and neon red against a black backdrop. It's still as easy to read, it's eye-catching. It does still have the visual representation, but this time it includes the final step, so you know what it's supposed to look like when you're completely done. It also includes the source of where we found the project online and the approximate cost of each item. Now, I'd like to say that when you are doing a working exhibit, there are 3 things to keep in mind, 3 P's. Partners, posters, and practice. Practice is insanely important when it comes to working exhibits. You cannot just go into a working exhibit without knowing your project like the back of your hand. People are going to mess up, and they might mess up in really weird ways. You just need to know how to fix it, no matter what. Now comes to the execution. Service with a smile is extremely important. Even if you're not having the best day, you need to keep in mind that you want to make people feel welcome and invited. You want to make them have the best day. So you grin like someone just gave you a free puppy. Kindness is a virtue. Whenever people come to your table, treat them as if they're a member of your family. You got to be insanely nice to them. And even if they mess up multiple times, you need to be patient and collected, and you never snap at them because they're doing their best. You need to be alert and observant. You want to invite people to your table. If you notice that your table doesn't have a lot of people, and you see people wandering around and kind of looking at you, just invite them over. Say, come do my project, please. I want you here. And you need to be observant because if you look around your table, some people might be messing up their project, but they might be too shy or too embarrassed to ask for any help. So if you catch that before they mess up to the point where they have to start over, you can tell them, just drop subtle hints like, hey, do this, it's a little bit easier. And it just helps them out a little bit. Now, I have done working exhibits for many years, and I have picked up a few simple tricks that you can do that will help you out a little bit. First thing I'd like to mention is pricing and source on your poster. As you can see on our good example here, I did include the approximate price for each of the water bottle holders, and I did include the source where we found it. The source is more of a mandatory thing because the judges will definitely dock you if you don't have it. The source, the pricing not quite as much, but it's still just a good thing to have. Educational value is not insanely important, but it is nice. Even if your project isn't something that is directly educational, such as last year my partner and I did a popcorn bar where kids just filled bags with popcorns and different toppings and they could have something to eat. It wasn't directly educational, but we did include small pamphlets at each end of the table that had facts about the popcorn. That kind of thing might help you with the judges a little bit because it teaches the kids something while they're enjoying themselves. Additional instructions are also something that are nice to have, like these. When I did my water bottle exhibit, we had these little plastic baggies that included all of the objects that we would need to make things. And inside of there, we included this. It's an additional set of instructions that you put inside the bag in case people can't see the poster because, let's face it, some of us are a little bit height challenged. We can't see over other people's heads. It's a little harder. So we included this, and it also has an ages 3 and up restriction on the water bottle holders because, of course, strangulation could be an obvious issue. And we also said that they can be hand washed because the fabric tape is waterproof. Signs other than posters are also great to have, such as right here on this bin, it's got a trash sign which tells you it's a trash bin. Which, moving on to the next point, trash bins are great to have because that way you're not picking up after everyone, they can pick up after themselves. If they have pieces of paper or they have plastic bags laying around, they just pick them up and they drop them in. And if you have a trash can behind your table, you pick up the bin, and you dump it in the trash can whenever it gets too full. Next thing I want to talk about is dressing to impress. When you come to the working exhibit, you need to look awesome. You're gonna look great. They're not gonna come over to your table if you're all grubby looking like you just rolled right out of bed and came. You gotta look nice, keep your hair combed out. If you're a girl, put makeup on. I mean, it's just, you need to look good. And sometimes it's even nice to dress according to your theme. Like I mentioned earlier with my popcorn bar that my partner and I did last year. We both dressed up according to more of a rural theme, and we wore cowgirl boots, cowgirl hats, plaid flannel shirts, jeans, and large belt buckles so that we more matched our exhibit. It's not really something you have to do, but it is a lot of fun, and it really invites people there. Bring your own cleaning supplies. When you're done at your station, you need to clean up after yourself. I mean, they teach you this in kindergarten. If you make a mess, you clean it up. So basically what you're going to want to do is if you brought stuff that could get all over the floor, some people might miss the trash bin, so you might want to bring a small dustpan and a small broom, sweep up a little bit when you're all done, pick up any trash that's left behind, and you can bring a damp washcloth to rinse the table off. But if you're doing something that's messy, like something that includes markers or something that includes paint, I would recommend just bringing a plastic table liner that you can take up and throw away when you're done. And be prepared for questions, because people are curious. When you make these projects, people sometimes will ask you not only where you got the idea for the project, but where you got the actual supplies. I had people ask me, where did you get the ribbon? Where did you get the fabric tape? I was like, well, I got those from Hobby Lobby, and I got the O-ring from Home Depot. People usually won't ask you the pricing for those things, but if they do, it's nice to know an approximation, not an exact amount. Now on to the benefits of working exhibits, and trust me, there are a lot. The first thing that you benefit from a working exhibit is you gain leadership skills. I mean, you can't not be a leader when you're teaching a whole group of people how to do a project. I mean, it's impossible not to gain leadership skills from that. Social skills are also gained from this because while you are teaching this project, you are communicating with everyone at the table. You can't just stand there and act all shy like, oh no, there's people, what do I do? You gotta actually talk to them. Continuing on that, public speaking skills. There's gonna be lots of people at your table, especially at state fair. You might have like 20 people at your table at once. You need to be able to talk in front of all of them and direct them all as a group if necessary. And then when you're done with this exhibit, it does not end there. If you go to the state fair, like I did with my water bottle holders, you do not have to just stop with your exhibit once you're done. What I did is I actually took these water bottle holders and I made more pre-made packages and I sent them to the Children's Hospital in Omaha, Nebraska. When I did that, they used these products as an activity for a craft in a camp they provided for childhood obesity. The kids made these crafts as part of an everyday project, and then they sent me feedback about what the kids enjoyed and what basically went on. I then took the information and feedback they sent me, and I went and typed up a fair project that got considered for state. So you can continue on and you can keep doing things even once the fair has ended. To sum it up, working exhibits are just a great thing to have. They help teach you leadership skills, public speaking skills, and all sorts of vital things that you need to have when you're in adult life. Another thing that's really good about it is it's so much fun and it's so easy to do. So give working exhibits a try. Thank you for watching.